lead a team, Community Action Against Plastic Waste, which we are working with young people in this community to actually look at some of the things that I probably will be doing so that we don't get too much into too rigorous work. We would like to do a little bit of exercise. Okay, but then since maybe we've actually had this work, maybe it's better to actually get into the work. But while we're trying to do that, some of the things we would like to note before we set out, we set to the side, is to approach the cleaning up from sustainable angle. Because managing waste actually is beyond the way we used to manage waste, by just packing. Managing waste is actually beyond the way that we used to manage waste, that we just pack waste, both one that are biodegradable and those that are not biodegradable, that we just pack them and we just move them and take them to dump site. Because the problem with that is when we just dump waste in the site, whether those that are biodegradable and those that are not, what eventually happen is both of them actually link gases. We call them GH, that's greenhouse gas emissions. What they do is when they get into our environment, one, carbon dioxide, that's probably the most popular of them, methane and the rest of them, even our foods, when we waste them and we throw them to dump site, what they do is they warm our planet. Sometimes one of the very good examples that many of us might be familiar with is flooding. Just about yesterday, there was a flooding across the southwest. The news was on Google everywhere. When we see some of these problems, we think that the problem is because we don't have drainage. Our drainage systems are not good. No, this happens all around the world. It's not because our drainage are not good enough. It's not because of this. The reason is because our seas are rising because of the greenhouse gas emission. Our seas are rising. And when the seas are rising, because this is where all of this water goes to. So when they are rising, they are not able to take as much of water when the rain become a little bit from medium to high. They are not able to take those volume of water. So eventually what happens is they flood our environment. And flooding might be something that is easily approachable to many of us that live in urban communities. But for people that live in rural communities, this is taking people's livelihood away. It's making people poorer. It's killing people. It's actually destroying their property. So it's actually a more serious problem. And the truth is, it affects us more than we think. As in, it's quantify the amount of problem that this actually had to all of us. It's unbelievable, because now we know that we have economic challenges, and the truth is the amount of problem that the environment, when we don't manage our nature very well, that contribute to us being poor is unimaginable. Because just think about it, all of our businesses are depend on nature. Nature supports us in so many ways. So when we don't take care of it, what eventually happens is the connection between the economic, peace, environment, prosperity, all of this affect us. So I want to thank everyone again as we set out. So in trying to approach the work now, because this is the next stage we're going to go to, in trying to set out now, we're going to sort this waste as much as possible. Like for instance, we're going to go to nitty-gritty. Like we work in a team, maybe about a team of 2 to 3, depends on how you want to work. Then if you want to go for pets, because our focus is going to be mainly on plastic. If you want to go for pets, this is pets for instance. This is a pet. If you want to go for pets, you want to focus on this and sort them. That's the only thing that you focus on. If you want to go for the LDPE, like the low density plastics, you want to focus on this. Yeah, the nylons. The HDPE, okay. Glass. Yeah, the HDPE can be from this cap. That's the high density plastics. You might want to focus on that as well. And any other bigger plastics, heavier plastic. So we want to focus on that. Basically, because if you don't approach them sustainably, what eventually we do is when we move them from here, we take them to another place. So we don't want to do that. We want to sort as much as possible so that they are easily recyclable. When they are recycled, yeah, we're actually solving the problem. Thank you. We can do that now. Let's just set out in minutes.
Thank you. That's Mr. Tiami from Community Against Plastic Waste. So this program is actually organized by National Youth Council of Nigeria Ikosi-Isheri branch in collaboration with Community Against Plastic Waste. So that's why we are here. And luckily for us, we have people from the Office of the Sustainable Development Goals in the Lagos State came to supervise and sensitize and join us in the cleanup from the Lagos Youth Volunteer Corps. So we have Ms. Okpe, she will just brief us.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mary Dorunkwe from Office of Sustainable Development Goals and Investments in the Governor's Office. So, thank you to everyone because I believe this is a volunteer effort. It's not as if we are being paid or something to come and join us in doing this. Please, how many of us have heard of the Sustainable Development Goals before? Okay. For those that have not heard about it before, we have 17 goals that we are working towards in order to make the environment more enabling, more sweet enough for us to live. So part of what we're doing now falls under the 3 goals and the 6th goal of the 17 goals. So the number 3 of the goal is good health and well-being. As my brother has rightly said, if you have good health, that is when you can think of doing other things. Without, I think there's this idea that said, good health. Health is wealth. Yes, thank you very much. Health is wealth. So the 6th one is clean water and sanitation. You know, if you have clean water in your area and the environment is enabling enough for you to live in, you will be like 0 fever. There won't be any form of disease and all. So we really appreciate every one of you for these efforts, and I pray Almighty God will continue to be with every one of us. But having said that, after the exercise, we also have what we are going to share with you, most especially for those that need an employment. Let me put it that way, because employment is when you work and you're expecting something in return. Am I communicating? You know, so we have a platform we're going to share with you. This is not a Jobati deal. They want to capture us for something. They are not ready to do it. No, it's not. That's why first, who among you have heard about sustainable development goals? I think if you are well informed about that, you will know that it's a realistic program. It's not a program that will just come and talk and go. No, because there is always there's a benefit. Let me put it that way. A stipend. Okay, let me put it in a language you understand. For every hour Staba Shishe, we have a stipend. And now think of it for the project is why I'm putting little of vernacular is because we are at the grassroots level, and I don't want it to be in a way like some people without if I knows how to speak. What other language do you speak in this community? Igbo. What? Igbo, right? I'm so sorry. I don't. The only language I know is English, Yoruba, and Igbo. So if you want me to, I can do that. Do you understand? So now, what I'm saying in a nutshell is that we have a platform for those people that are not employed. The government wants to engage you, and engaging you, at the end of the month, you may earn salary more than I do. Yes, I'm like, hold me responsible for anything I say here, because the governor is aware we are here. I'm here with my team. Yes, Mr. Yusuf. Yes, Mrs. Funke. And here is Mutiat. So she is the coordinator in Koshofe.
your baby?
Oh, I'm so sorry. My son is also here. He's also my colleague. His name is Demilade. We work in the same department. Here is Mrs. Mutiat. She's a desk officer in your local government in Ikosi-Isheri. So we are also working with the LCDA chairman to have another desk office here. If you want to address any question or you need anything, this is your contact here. She's your contact in the Ikosi-Isheri local government. Our office is there. You can walk in if you need any information at all. Any other one you need, before we leave here, we are open for questions. You ask us any questions and we also put you through how to make use of the app. So that anytime we have any projects in this area, you'll be like our champions that will always call to work on each project. And mind you, the interesting part of it is that it's not just a one-off project. That is why we encourage and we advise that we need people that are not employed or that are not working. Because at the end of the month, if you are earning 60,000 from our office, I think that is enough money for the month. You can come out and say for me that I'm working. Because as a civil servant, there's civil servant, right? So it's a salary up to 60,000. Yes, because that is the mindset. So people say, no. By the time we're engaging, for show presence both physically and also on the platform, ìyẹn ló máa jẹ́ ká capture yín pé ẹni wá síbi iṣẹ́. Even we in the office, we have auditors that monitors us. A máa ṣe pay our sites. If you're not there, if you're not working, they know. So anybody tó bá feel pé àwọn fẹ́ join this moving train, we are open to receive you on board, and before we leave, we'll share with you the link. Probably we might even register you, and you continue your registration by including your account number and other personal details. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. We hear more of that when we get to the second location. We won't spend much time here.
All right.
So maximum of 30 minutes walk should be here. Maximum of 30 minutes walk. So our focus is mainly at the second location. So we have more plastic waste there. So that's our focus. So we just do the little that we can. So then we'll sort it out.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n máa kú sàkọ́ jáde wá kó wá wò kọ́ tó yẹn ṣe lọ́jọ́ pé máa kú.
Hello, sir. Hello,